Welcome back to NASCAR Report today. Before we get into tonight's story, if you're new here, we're trying to build this channel one race weekend at a time, and we'd love to hit our first 1,000 subscribers soon. So if you enjoy short track and NASCAR coverage like this, stick around till the end. Now let's talk about a wild night at Berlin Raceway, because what happened there says a lot about where one driver's career is headed, and it started with a warning from NASCAR itself. Earlier this year, NASCAR officials sat Garrett Mitchell down and told him exactly what he needed to prove before they'd sign off on more National Series starts. They weren't vague about it either. They gave him a clear checklist. And on a Wednesday night at Berlin Raceway, he went out and did exactly what they asked for. The result was his brand new super late model torn apart, and another team's car loaded onto a trailer beside it. Nobody can say for sure yet whether that night helped his case with NASCAR or hurt it. That's really the question hanging over this whole story. So let's rewind, because the order of events actually matters here. The instruction from NASCAR came first. The crash came second. Earlier this season, Garrett Mitchell made his debut in NASCAR's O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. He wanted a second start in that series, this time at Talladega Superspeedway. NASCAR turned it down. Their reasoning was straightforward. They wanted to see him log more laps on short tracks within that series, on top of what he was already doing in the ARC Menard Series and the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Mitchell didn't fight it publicly. He addressed it head-on in a video, basically saying it is what it is, and confirmed he still had more Truck Series races lined up. That context is exactly why Wednesday night at Berlin Raceway matters so much. Berlin is a short track. Running there wasn't him going off script. It was him following the script NASCAR handed him. For anyone who doesn't know who we're talking about, here's the background. Garrett Mitchell was born on April 5, 1995, making him 31 years old. He's from Bradenton, Florida, and he owns the Freedom Factory racetrack there. For over a decade, he's been one of the biggest names in car culture content online. But over the last 2 seasons, he's been chasing something a lot tougher than internet attention. In 2025, he made 4 ARC Menard Series starts with Rhett Jones racing at Daytona, Talladega, Charlotte, and Bristol. He picked up 2 top 10 finishes, including a 10th at Talladega and a career-best 9th at Charlotte. This year, in 2026, that program grew a lot. He's made a combined 9 starts across 2 ARC divisions and NASCAR's 2 lower National Series. He finished 11th in the ARCA race at Daytona back in February. He finished 4th in the ARC East event at Rockingham in April. And on April 25th, he finished 2nd in the ARCA race at Talladega, which is the best result of his career so far. He also made his Craftsman Truck Series debut at Daytona in February, driving the number 4 Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports, backed by Black Rifle Coffee Company. There's one more part of his story worth mentioning respectfully. Mitchell had built a close relationship with NASCAR legend Greg Biffle, who actually served as an advisor during his ARCA debut at Daytona. Biffle and his family passed away in a plane crash on December 18th. Mitchell spoke at Biffle's memorial and has talked about living by the motto, "Be like Biff." Now here's the pattern worth noticing. Every single one of those starts we just listed, Daytona, Talladega, Charlotte, Michigan, Kansas, Nashville, those are all superspeedways or intermediate tracks. In that style of racing, drafting and aerodynamics do a huge amount of the work for you. Berlin Raceway is nothing like that. It's a completely different animal. Berlin Raceway is a tight, 0.438-mile bullring out in Marne, Michigan. It's high-banked, the corners are tiny, and cars get loose with almost no warning. There's very little room for error. Carson Hocevar, a NASCAR Cup Series driver and a friend of Mitchell's who actually won this same event back in 2024, once summed the place up by saying there's never been a perfect race car at Berlin, that it really comes down to who handles being the best of the worst. So for his very first super late model start ever, Mitchell didn't ease into something forgiving. He chose one of the toughest short tracks in the entire country. And the field made it even harder. 30 cars entered the tech battle at Berlin, and 27 of them took the green flag. Tristan, a rising young talent and Aspire Motorsports prospect, was in the field. So was Bubba Pollard, considered one of the all-time greats of super late model racing. Carson Hocevar was there. Ty Majeski, a Craftsman Truck Series champion, was there too. Terry Seneker, Joey Dwarin, Tristan and Kyle Steckley all lined up as well. 250 laps, $40,000 to the winner, against drivers who've spent entire careers mastering this exact type of car on this exact type of track. And for Garrett Mitchell, this was literally lap 1 of his super late model career. In hot laps, Mitchell ran a 16.366 second lap, which put him 22nd on the starting grid. For comparison, Carson Hocevar was 4th fastest at 16.216 seconds. FloRacking confirmed before the race that Mitchell would roll off 22nd at Berlin. The race got eventful early. Mitchell caught himself in a spin while trying to avoid an incident happening in front of him. He kept the car off the wall and rejoined the field without ending his night right there. At a track like Berlin, where a moment like that usually ends with a car buried in the fence, saving that one was genuinely the first encouraging sign of his whole night. From there, he didn't just settle in and survive at the back. He worked his way forward. The middle stages of the race brought the usual short track chaos. He rubbed fenders. He fought a tire rub. And at one point, while he was getting lapped, race leader Evan Shotko reacted to contact between their cars by flipping him off as he went by. Now, that moment is worth putting in the right context. It's not some big scandal. It's just a frustrated leader dealing with lap traffic on a small track. But it does tell you something real about where Mitchell was actually running. He wasn't 2 laps down and invisible at the back of the pack. He was close enough to the front that the leader had to work around him. Being in the leader's mirror as a rookie is actually a meaningful place to be. It's also exactly the kind of position where a rookie can get into trouble. Meanwhile, the real battle for the win was building up front. Evan Shotko, who had already won this race a few years back, led most of the night. Then, with under 15 laps to go, things started to unravel for him. He lost the lead to Bubba Pollard and second place to Tristan. Something appeared to break on the right front of his number 22 car, and he slammed hard into the turn 3 wall, ending his night just short of the checkered flag. Shotko finished 16th. That opened up a late race duel for the win between Bubba Pollard and Tristan. They were racing door to door with just a handful of laps left when Pollard appeared to bottom out entering turn 3. That was the moment that decided it. Tristan went on to score his first ever win in the Tecton 250 battle at Berlin. Bubba Pollard finished second. Cup Series driver Carson Hocevar came home third. Craftsman Truck Series champion Ty Majeski was fourth. Boris Jurkovic rounded out the top 5. Now to the moment that ended Mitchell's night. With 19 laps remaining, Mitchell got loose in turn 3 just as leader Evan Shotko was closing in to put him a lap down. His own explanation afterward was simple and honest. He said he overcooked the corner and got loose. The car snapped around and slid down the track. Shotko managed to thread through and avoid him completely. The car right behind him wasn't so lucky. That car belonged to Keith Harried, driving the number 18, running 14th at the time and already a lap down himself. Mitchell's spinning car collected him, tearing up Mitchell's nose and the entire right side of Harried's car. When the race finally wrapped up, Garrett Mitchell was scored 19th out of 27 starters in his number 33M. Keith Harried finished 18th. And here's the part the short track community has really been talking about since. Speaking with FloRacking right there in the infield, Mitchell didn't make excuses. He simply said, "Well, I just suck," and apologized for the incident. Then he walked over to Keith Harried's team in person and talked with them directly that same night, before any statement, before any video went out. He later expanded on it in a video posted to his own social channels after the race. He opened by pointing out that Harried clearly got the worst of the crash, mentioned that he'd already gone over to talk to his team in person, and apologized again. He explained exactly how the spin happened instead of staying quiet about it. And then he said something that might surprise fans who've mostly watched him race on superspeedways all season. "Completely got my ass kicked tonight, but I learned a lot, man. The Racecraft that you need to pass somebody when there's really just no good place to pass was insane. It was so competitive. This is just as hard as the big series in NASCAR." He closed the video by confirming the damage to his new super late model is fixable and that he needs to get back out there and keep learning. Short track paddocks talk, and word travels fast about which drivers own their mistakes and which ones don't. Walking straight over to the team you just collected on the same night on camera is exactly the kind of thing that can buy a rookie a second chance in that garage area. So how should we actually grade this whole performance? There's a real case on both sides. The case that it was a solid effort. These were his very first competitive laps ever in a super late model, at one of the toughest short tracks in the country, against a field packed with former winners of this exact race. He started 22nd, worked his way into the middle of the pack, was racing close enough to the leader that the leader noticed him, and saved an early spin without ever touching the wall. The case that it wasn't, he damaged another competitor's race car through his own mistake, and Keith Harried was completely innocent in that situation. Finishing 19th out of 27 is still 19th. And raw speed isn't the same thing as Racecraft, and Racecraft is exactly what a place like Berlin Raceway tests. That's where the night actually fell apart. A fair way to sum it up is that it was a defensible debut with an indefensible ending, and to his credit, Mitchell was the first person to say exactly that himself. So what happens next? It's coming up fast. About 6 weeks ago, Mitchell's own Freedom Factory announced registration for the very first Cleetus McFarland Late Model Series race at Berlin Raceway, scheduled for Saturday, August 15th. 75 laps, $20,000 to the winner, same racetrack, same week, with Mitchell showing up as both the promoter running the event and a driver entered in it. Whether he actually takes the green flag in a repaired chassis, a backup car, or something thrown together in a hurry hasn't been confirmed publicly yet. He said the damage is fixable. But fixable and actually fixed by race day are two very different statements, and nobody has clarified which one applies right now. And that brings this whole story back around to where it started. NASCAR wanted to see more short track experience before granting him further approvals. Berlin Raceway is short track experience, no matter how messy the ending looked. The wreck is bad optics, sure, but the repetitions themselves are the entire point of what he's trying to do. Mitchell hasn't set a firm late model schedule going forward yet. His next confirmed NASCAR start is on October 23rd, driving the number 4 truck for Nice Motorsports at Talladega Superspeedway. Right now, he's essentially building a racetrack, launching a racing series, and developing a driving career, all at the exact same time. And Wednesday night at Berlin Raceway was really the tuition payment on that third project. So here's a question worth chewing on. Does Garrett Mitchell belong on a short track alongside guys like Bubba Pollard and Tristan right now? Or does he need a full season of these races before that's even a serious conversation to have? Drop your take down in the comments. We genuinely want to hear it. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, it really helps us out to hit that subscribe button. We're working toward our first 1,000 subscribers here on NASCAR Report today, and every single one makes a difference for a channel this size. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.